Hello, everybody. My name is Paul Fenton. I'm Professor Emeritus of Jewish Studies at the Sorbonne University in Paris, where I taught Jewish Studies. And my field of expertise is the interaction between Judaism and Islam, an area in which I've extensively published both articles and books. And indeed, the course which I propose to give in the fall, Sufis and Jews, the history of their contacts through lectures and field trips, is a discussion of the relationship between Jews and Sufis. Now, no one knows what Jews are because we're still debating the definition. But for those who don't know who Sufis are, Sufism is the mystical dimension of Islam, the inner dimension, esoteric dimension of the Islamic religion. And this aspect of Islam really took off in Baghdad in the 8th century. Now, what is interesting is that at that time, Baghdad, or Bavel as it's known in Hebrew, was the center of gravity of the Jewish seats of learning, the great yeshivot of the East, Surah Pompadita. And so at the beginning of my research, I wondered whether Judaism had influenced Sufism at its inception in the Iraqi capital of today, but of course in the High Middle Ages. And what I propose to do is to confirm that relationship and trace it through the ages, both in the East, and then we move across the Islamic world to Al-Andalus, Muslim Spain, where we have the very first Jewish Sufi manual in the form of the Duties of the Heart of Bahya ibn Quda, which we shall be discussing, investigating before moving back to the East, this time to make a stopover in Egypt and discover the Maimonidean dynasty, the direct descendants of the great eagle of the synagogue, Moshe Maimonides, who died in 1204. And his descendants, his direct descendants, were very interested in Sufism, and indeed they endeavored to bring about a sort of harmony, a sort of integration of Sufi doctrines and concepts into the Jewish faith. And then we shall be discussing later manifestations of Sufi influence of Judaism, mainly in the East, with the rise of the Kabbalah, the Shabbatized movement. And then, if time permits, we shall also be continuing our voyage eastwards into Persia, where there too there was an important influence, this time in the opposite direction of Sufism on Judaism, especially in Judeo-Persian literature. This series of lectures will be peppered with a number of field trips. I shall tantalize you by not telling you immediately all the field trips which are lined up, with the exception of two, which I'm sure will be many of you will be familiar with. One is the Zion, Har Zion, and the tomb of David HaMelech, which was a place sacred both to mystical Jews, Kabbalists, and Sufis. And the other place we intend to visit, amongst others, is the tomb of Shmuel HaNavi and Nabi Samuel in Arabic, which was also a place of pilgrimage, both for Jewish and Muslim mystics. So I'm sure that I've whetted your appetites, and I look forward to seeing you numerous in the fall. My dates are November for the 1st, 8th, 15th, 22nd, and 29th, 5 meetings in the course of the month of November. See you soon. Bye.